Hey Spartans, it's October, and we're back with Mr. Stoner for more questions that you guys have. It was recently homecoming, and the fall is coming up. So, what are some of your most memorable Halloween costumes that you've had?
Yeah, I wasn't much of a Halloween guy. I started dressing up at fourth grade, but when I got to college, you have get-togethers per se. Mm-hmm. So at those get-togethers, one year I dressed up as Eddie Vedder. You know who Eddie Vedder is? Lead singer of Pearl Jam. So it's like the grunge era. So he wore boots, shorts, kind of like a flannel. He had long hair. People thought I looked like an old lady, a homeless old lady. So no one knew who I was. I was a big Pearl Jam fan. I thought, man, everyone's going, this is Eddie Vedder. I rocked it. I thought I looked like an old homeless lady. So the one that was most disappointing, that's the one. The ladies in the office always try to dress me up. They dress me up as Gru from Despicable Me. All they had to do was give me a scarf because the rest of it I had figured out. But, I'm not sure that's memorable. It's kind of hurtful. So I don't know how many bald people are out there that they can dress me up as, but I understand this next one I'm going to be a bald guy too. So I'm going to rock it.
Sweet. What do you?
They haven't told me yet. They spring it on me in the nth hour because they know I won't show up if it's too terrible. But yeah, I'll be some fat bald guy.
What are some of your favorite books or movies?
My favorite movie of all time is A Few Good Men. You ever seen that movie? It's Jack Nicholson's one of my favorite actors. I don't care for Tom Cruise. He was in it, but I had to ignore that. I wanted to be a lawyer at one point in my life, so a lot of lawyer movies, but I love Jack Nicholson. That's a good movie, a lot of conflict, but also a great ending. My favorite book probably, I don't know if I have a favorite book per se, but Tuesdays with Morrie was kind of a book that kind of influenced me pretty significantly just because it's a great book, and I think Mitch Albom's is a great storyteller, but it also opened my eyes to memoirs. So he started, so I started reading memoirs, and that's, memoirs are what, probably my favorite genre. So I've read probably 50 different memoirs since, but that will always be my favorite because it opened my eyes to that.
Yeah. I remember reading it too. It was a good book. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't even like reading.
Right. We'll work on that.
What's your favorite fall tradition?
Yeah, I have a couple of different ones. For our family, we always go with the Steffens, and we pick, apples and get pumpkin and that kind of stuff. That's really maybe my wife's favorite. For me, we also go up the Manistee River Trail. When I was younger, I used to backpack. It's a loop. It's like a 16-mile loop. Because in the fall colors, it's got a lot of vistas, oxbows. The lake is pretty cool, but also great, color tour kind of walk. Now I'm old enough, I just walk in about 6 miles and walk back out. We actually did it yesterday, so I just did that yesterday. So the colors are past peak, so we're about a week late. But yeah, it's great. That's my fall tradition. I do it every fall. My kids sometimes go with me. My wife always goes with me, but that's my tradition. I don't backpack anymore because no one in my family will sleep in the woods.
Yeah.
Bunch of wimps.
How do school events like homecoming and athletics build a community?
Yeah, so homecoming is special here. I've been through a few different districts, having conversations. Just the intensity of the camaraderie within a grade level that I think Sparta does uniquely well. Those competitions. I know that middle school tries to emulate that through Sparta Cup, but they don't. It's too difficult to capture that till they get a little more sophisticated. So I think that bringing. I would imagine in your grade, you guys are all seniors, so that there's different cliques in every group. But it's one of those events that brings those cliques together. You're all kind of striving for the same outcomes. I think community is based upon bringing people together. I think Friday night, games in the fall, bring a lot of the community together. Sporting events in general, there's a lot of pride in Sparta area schools, just in the community. So coming to all athletic events and seeing us win and prosper there, it brings people together. So I think those kind of events are foundational for school because it does give us an opportunity to come together. And you guys know the world just like we do. There's a lot of fractures and opportunities to not come together. I'm thankful for things like homecoming where we can bring the kids together as a class. Again, you're competing against one another, but at the end of the day, I didn't see anyone too mad at the juniors for beating your seniors. Well done, juniors, 2 years in a row. Next year is going to be probably rigged, so they get 3. But that's I can't guarantee that. But but they earned it. They earned it for sure. So I think the idea of community is the Latin root is coming together. Once you boil that down, so having everyone come together is the cool part about those kind of events.
What advice would you give to students on how to balance academics and extracurriculars?
Well, I think those who don't do extracurriculars, even work-life balance, we talk a lot about that at your jobs as well. I think you need to have work-life balance. So what brings you joy? So if extracurriculars bring you joy, you need to find time for that. If hanging out with your buddies brings you joy, you got to find time for that. If getting a job somehow can bring you the joys that you pursue, you got to find time for that. But balance is all about getting the outcomes that you need to get. There's responsibilities in life, right? So but extracurriculars, I think, help us shape jobs, help us shape having outside experience, help us shape prioritizing our time. Life, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? So you got to figure out how to maximize that time to get the biggest bang for the buck, per se. So I think extracurriculars help teach that and provide opportunity to kind of solidify those skills and reinforce those skills. So whether it's sports, whether it's performance in band, performance in drama, whether it's getting a job, whether it's just hanging out and gaming, whatever the things might be for you that bring you joy, maximizing that time by making sure that your job is academic. So finding that balance in life, you're going to need to find work-life balance. So work is school. Life is the rest of it. How do you find that balance? Because you got to get that job done. So what is, I think it's a good opportunity to practice those skills and solidify those things that you can transfer into life going forward.
Yeah. You did a good job with that. I know you played baseball.
Yeah, baseball. Yeah,
Stayed busy
wrestled,
with sport.
football. Yeah, worked 20 hours a week. Not sure how I did it. I was young.
Yeah.
And I don't have the energy for that today. It's good stuff. It was all before phones too, right? So it's amazing the amount of time you can find me on your phone all the time. When I think about that, sir, but I've noticed that around town. So put the phone down. Yeah, you'll find a lot of time then.
Oh yeah. That was this month, October, of Questions with Stoner. Great questions, guys. I'm looking forward to coming back next month.
Me too. Thank you. I love it.